The next stop will be Matherfield Bills.
I haven't really used the bus or light rail system since we've been living here the past 22 years.
For work-wise, I used to work downtown, so I took it all the time.
About once a day.
I have not used the light rail in many years, and I haven't been on a bus in many years either.
I've been riding the light rail for about 11 years.
I take the light rail to Folsom, and then take the train from Folsom back here, and then I take the bus back to my house.
My office is within 5 miles of the home here, so it's just easier for me to get in my car and drive to the office.
Well, I don't have a job that requires me to drive anywhere that light rail serves. Light rail wouldn't be an option for me at all, even if I wanted to use it.
I think if I lived further away, light rail might be something that I would want to consider. If I had to fight traffic, then I think light rail might be a preferable choice for me. In Rancho Cordova, the light rail is parallels Folsom Boulevard, and so Rancho Cordova is pretty much laid out along the length of Folsom Boulevard.
It's rather ideally centralized the way it goes out.
Probably the most positive is that it's accessible. You can get on it. If you miss one, you don't have to wait a half an hour or 45 minutes for the next one. The trains come just continuously.
The most beneficial aspects of light rail in this community is that it's very accessible.
It gets here on time, and it gets me exactly where I need to go.
Gets me places quick. I don't have to deal with traffic. As when I was commuting, it was great. I could relax, read a book, drink coffee.
It's extremely comfortable. No hassles with the traffic. You can sit you can work while you're commuting. Affordability would be a huge improvement, absolutely.
It used to be, if you bought the light rail pass, you could go right onto a bus. Now you have to pay for a transfer fee.
It's a lot of money. It's like, I think it's $2.50 for one way, and like $6 for a whole day or something.
I didn't like the daily pass increase, but with the way the economy's going and the way the light rail got hurt with their budget cut by the state, I understand the reason why. Well, yeah, it's gone up in the last couple of years.
$5 is a lot of money for anybody.
$100 is getting pretty close to where I could almost drive for that cost.
I think it could be cheaper if more people were paying. I know when I ride, there's lots of people that haven't paid.
One thing I think would be good if they could figure a way to make sure everybody riding the train actually pays.
Them having more ticket people out here to see if they have a ticket to get on the light rail.
I think we need to step up enforcement on light rail for tickets. I see it all the time. People getting on for free. And out of the 10 years that I've ridden light rail on a regular basis, I've only been asked once for my pass.
Because I know I never have a ticket when I get on the light rail.
How many thousands of dollars are they losing that they can keep the fares down by getting an increase of funds?
I don't think it's really convenient for a lot of places.
And it's efficient just for going downtown. I don't think it's efficient anywhere else.
It drops you off, but then you have to get from that point to to your destination.
Is the difficulty of getting to the final destination.
We have no bus service down this road. It's a main thoroughfare.
It often involves way more time than people are interested in spending.
I'm not usually willing to take light rail and then find a bus that I would take. It would just take too long.
I would get off work and have to wait a half hour at the light rail station for a bus. And if the light rail was running late, I would catch the last bus. And they leave on time from the light rail station. I'd have to walk.
The bus system was going to take me an hour more. I would take the car.
Having to take the light rail to a bus and then take the bus to the school and all the way back. It was many hours.
Maybe just more branches to the line.
The access for where I live, it's not that easy. For me, it's okay if I can walk there, but for your elderly or disabled, there is no easy access to public transportation at all.
There was a vote that to expand light rail up to Folsom, which I think was a great thing. I think there's plans to run it up Sunrise Boulevard. Maybe the alternative might be to run a length down South Sunrise to that portion. There's a lot of expansion of homes down in that area.
In this area, the Rancho Cordova area, we have a big gap between Matherfield and Bradshaw, the Bradshaw area. There is no light rail stop. You have nothing between those two spots, and there's a lot of businesses right there.
I think one big thing they could do would be to connect all the junior colleges in the Sacramento area to the light rail.
If I needed, for instance, to go to the north side, it might be a long commute to take the train downtown and transfer to the line that goes along I-80. So that's definitely a consideration, or even down to Elk Grove.
If I want to go, let's say, to the north area, or anywhere in Rancho, we got a big long gap for stations. I either had to walk or wait for a bus.
I think if it went to the airport, it would be wonderful. If you have to take yourself to the airport, you have to either go on a taxi or a Blue Shuttle. It's expensive. It adds a lot of time on both ends of your flight. If I could walk over here to the light rail station and take it to the airport, I would never have to have somebody drive me to the airport again. I think that would be incredible.
There's some problems with some of the commuters on light rail.
But I know for some people it may be an issue that they're riding on the same train with people that are possibly criminals, and then we're also subsidizing them by having our passes and them not paying.
I personally would probably be afraid to go on the light rail at night. I think there's a lot of crime that happens.
The negatives of it were if I didn't go during commute times, you'd have drunks on there.
There's a lot of freeloaders, and occasionally they have a crackdown. It turns out that more than half of them have warrants out for them.
There's no real security on the light rail train. We would really like to see more funding for public transportation.
Light rail's a great resource. It really is.
It gets me my job. It's important to me.
I wish there were more train service throughout California.